And we're live again on a sunny, first sunny day for a while. Sunny Monday morning in Northern Virginia. It's 7:30 a.m. on a Monday. We're here live talking to you about what's going on in the news today. So welcome, crew. Welcome to the morning. We do have our illy coffee in our Kansas City cup today. Just keeping you guys on the know what we're talking about. I know Lance Paul are going to talk about Cyber-Recon being down low again. I know I need to bring the other image back into this computer and get it back up where it belongs. A little bit closer shot, so we're gonna move it around, whatever, get it going. Still a little bit of growing pains from switching systems around, switching the environment around, switching everything around. But you guys, if you've been watching, you know that. We've been moving things around. We've been trying to get things more organized. We've been building out a list of different projects that are coming at you in the next coming months. And that one of those is also getting the IT fundamentals course back online. I know we got about through the first domain with Emily and I. Get that thing running again, because that was a good one. Got to get Cyber Insider back up and running. We got to figure out how to do that. We probably gonna have to do Skype calls and bring people in on video, because we're still kind of distributed because people are not all going back into work. So that's kind of some of the stuff going on here at your world headquarters for Cyber-Recon, global headquarters here in the lovely basement in Northern Virginia. But you may be asking, what in the world is going on in the news today? So let me get my little self out of the way here, and we'll talk about the news. So first up in the news, the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organization, or CSIRO, Data 61 project, along with Samsung Research and South Korea's, and I'm probably messed this up, Sungkyuan University, have developed a solution to protect users from voice spoofing attacks. And the problem is that voice spoofing has been a pretty bad problem, because there's really it's hard to tell a recorded voice from a live voice by the computers. But these folks, this Data 61 project with their partners, have built a program over voice identification, or VoID. This technology is using de-identified data sets from Samsung and automatic speaker verification, spoofing, and countermeasure challenges, which Data 61 has touted, had an achieved accuracy of 99 and 94 for each data set, 99% and 94% for each data set. I was able to detect 8 times faster than deep learning methods. And deep learning, we know that's huge in today's market. So just so you know, if you hear something about CSIRO and Data 61, they're working on defeating voice spoofing on cell phones and things like that. So if you hear that going around today, that's going on. That's the big news today. You will not be surprised if you've been watching the morning show, 7:30, obviously 7:30 every day. Subscribe, hit that bell to be notified. You'll know when we go on live. You'll know when you have the opportunity to interact like Paul is doing. So we can throw that right on there. Good morning, Paul. Good to hear from you. I know you're going to say something about Cyber-Recon being down low. We'll get that fixed. But good to see you this morning. Good to see people up and running. So the Maze Group is now going after hardware manufacturers. Maze has been everywhere. The Maze Group is terribly evasive. They've got they're bringing a collective of groups together, a cartel, so to speak, of malware groups together to share information, to provide a clearinghouse to post information on these leaks. Now they've been going after everyone. In June, they've attacked 60 different organizations, about a new attack every day. And obviously, some days they've done multiple attacks. This time they're going after the Max Linear system on a chip manufacturing company. Um, so Max Linear this month disclosed that its internal computing systems were targeted by May's ransomware, um, which first identified by them on May 24th. According to the notification provided Max Linear, intruders had gained unauthorized access to systems from around April 15th until May 24th, and they were able to access personal and financial details of Max Linear customers. On June 15th, May's ransomware operators publicly released around 10.3 gigabytes of data, including accounting and financial information, and over a terabyte of data allegedly stole from them before they encrypted Max Linear systems. If you're like this article, and again, the link will be provided down below. They're very active. Maze is active, and it's hard to stop them. So you need to know. What do you need to know? You need to patch your systems. You need to get, make sure you're running malware defenses. Don't click on links. Train your users for how to detect spear phishing, all these different campaigns. Share that information with them, and that kind of leads us right into the next. That's a good, as the professionals say, that's a good segue. Right now, as if it's not bad enough, the attackers are now using fake data breach notifications to lead to additional malware scams. So criminals have been using Google Alerts, black hat SEO techniques, fake giveaways, and spam websites to direct users to nasty offers and content, including malicious software that will be loaded on their daggum computers. This month, Bleeping Computer reported the scammers were using fake but legitimate-looking Google links to redirect users to landing pages with fake giveaways and unwanted search-related extensions. The big thing, again, you got to train the users. And the problem is these things are becoming more and more real-looking. So make sure you're turning on your malware protection, your spyware protection, that kind of stuff. If you've got it, you should have it. Get it turned on. They've created sites on Google that become more legitimate because they're Google hosted accounts. So it makes it harder to blacklist some folks. And that's just, the things they're doing. They're sending out pop-ups by Google sites. They're sending promoted fake Adobe Flash updates. If you're using, again, a little tangent here, if you're using Adobe Flash, get rid of that stuff. It's going away in December anyways. Adobe's going to totally stop supporting it. The engines are going to stop running. I think Chrome and Firefox have already stopped supporting Flash out of the box. You've got to go through some hoops to get it to work anyways. Internet Explorer and Edge they're going to stop running it by December. Just stop using Flash. It's too vulnerable to everything. They're getting updates. The Flash updates are coming through from Google Chrome and Firefox, showing fake offers to give away iPhone 11s too. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is. Get your updates from known, reputable sites. Don't just randomly click on a link because that's bad stuff. So, last news oracle. Last news of the day this morning is coming about Oracle and BlueKai. This is just more awareness than anything. There's really not a lot you can do about this. So Oracle bought BlueKai in 2014 for a little over $400 million. This company's barely known outside marketing. Marketing people know them because they're the largest data set of marketing information outside of the federal government, which is a huge amount of information. What these guys do is good morning. Morning, Dice. I did see your comment out there. I'll get back to you. I'm trying to put some stuff together for you. Question was asked: what's the difference between FIPS 200 and NIST Special Publication 853? I got a video coming out for you real soon. I did not forget you. I just haven't got back to it. So back to BlueKai. So BlueKai, they use website cookies and other tracking things like the 1 pixel by 1 pixel invisible image on a web page to track your user data, the way you're going around the website, what emails you're opening, what sites you're unsubscribing to, and they're just gathering all this information, and then they're providing that to marketing organizations to target you for ads, right? So if you ever wonder why you get those crazy ads that are, sometimes you wonder how they got that information anyways. A lot of times we joke, we just say something, and then before you know it, it's showing up on your Google searches or on Facebook or whatever, on your social media. This company, BlueKai, just sucks up billions of data points of information every single day, grows their database, collects information about you, you're using your web habits, where you're going on the web, what you're doing. And it's funny, this article is by TechCrunch. TechCrunch is owned by Verizon. And even in the article, they say, yeah, even this article you're reading is being tracked by one of these BlueKai 1 pixel by 1 pixel invisible images, because they're partners with BlueKai. Verizon partners with BlueKai. No telling how much you're going to see. There's no defense to this. That's the problem with this one. There's no defense, because when you go on a website, you're going to get that pop-up warning. You're going to get the cookie warning. That's required now by a lot of countries require that notification, the cookie tracking notification. So you're going to see that pop-up, and you have two choices: you accept the cookies or you don't go on the website. Those are your two choices. So it's going to be up to you. The problem is these guys, as the article goes into great depth talking about, this is part of using a free internet. So somebody pays for the internet. It's these ads that pay for a lot of the content. According to these guys, TechCrunch, either you don't use website or you're going to get tracked. Those are your two choices, really. So you're kind of between a rock and a hard place. But this is probably an article worth reading. I think there's one of the salient points they make here is using this technology in 2012. Target mailed maternity coupons to a high school student after in-house analytics system figured out she was pregnant. She got these coupons even before she told her parents that she was pregnant, and it was just because the data that was collected from her web browsing. Target subscribed to the service. They got her information. They sent her some coupons for maternity stuff. It's crazy how much they can find out about you just by your browsing habits. So do what you can. Pick the sites you want to go to. I think the bottom line in this article is know that if you're going to use the internet, you're going to get tracked. They're going to track you. So they claim that the internet's faceless, but it's very, very daunting to try to stay private on the internet. That's kind of the end story there. And today, our holiday of the day. This is an actual holiday. It's always observed on June 22nd. This is World Rainforest Day. So this is talking about protecting all the rainforests, not just those in South America. Excuse me. The rainforests are located all over the world. Vancouver Island in Canada, Alaska has them. There's Washington State. They're all over the place. Southeast Asia. There's giant rainforests all over the place. Apparently 20% of the oxygen we breathe comes from rainforest, so take care of rainforests is the point of this holiday is take care of rainforest. Would you know, while we think of rainforests in tropical areas, not all rainforests are in the tropics. So if you want to read more about this, including when this came, this started in 2017 by the Rainforest Partnership out of Austin, Texas. I'll throw the link in the show notes below. Let you know what all is going on with rainforest. Maybe good for you to know. Let me bring my monitor screen back over in the middle. Hopefully I've been looking this way the whole time. I don't know if I have been. It's hard to say. As we've been talking about, and let me get the rainforest off there. As we've been talking about doing new projects, new things this summer. the summer of projects. So far, we talked about taking a home office, a small office, all the way from the beginning stages of setting up their network connection, using just the equipment that's provided by the cable company, and securing it. Then we'll roll on to adding a wireless access point. We'll talk about securing printers, talk about securing your endpoints, and then your Internet of Things. How many things do you have on your network that you know about? We know there's phones out there that are connected to your wireless network. You may have a Ring doorbell. You may have a Nest thermostat. You may have speakers and light bulbs now, which are kind of weird, or automated switches. There's light switches. Talk about securing all of that stuff and installing it. We'll even talk about some, and it's probably gonna have to be its own track, but smart home innovations, what you can do for smart home, and to get those things going. And then the final stage will be going into that kind of lower end, the less expensive professional infrastructure for a business. So getting something like a unified device that takes care of intrusion detection and firewalls, build that up. Like I showed you last week, we have a NAS. We're going to build a network attached storage, talk about NAS, talk about storage, talk about different types of memory as well. We'll talk about all those things that store data on your systems. We're going to build a MAME gaming cabinet out of an old school 80s cabinet. We'll build a MAME gaming cabinet in there. We'll take apart and put back together both a normal office workstation and a gaming machine. And one of the things we want to do also is look into something like this. So this is a Raspberry Pi quad-core, pretty impressive little machine, but this is a gaming kit from Labis. And as you can see, it's got all the stuff in there to get this thing going. So it's a full-on gaming kit. We can build some ROMs into it. We can get that stuff going. But what I want to know from you guys, I want you to tell me, what should we put this in? I don't really want to put it in the standard case that is inside that box. I want to think of some place we can put this. I thought about, I've seen some VHS tapes, maybe something like Jumanji, or maybe something like Tron, or something like that, video game related. Maybe put it inside a videotape. Break the tape apart, take the guts out, put the Raspberry Pi in there, make sure all the connectors work. What are some other areas you think we could put this Raspberry Pi? As we build this project out, what should we use for the case for this Raspberry Pi instead of using the standard just black plastic case that comes with it? Let's think of something different. We'll get out the Dremel, we'll go to work, we'll old school hack a case for that Raspberry Pi. We'll set it up, we'll get it running. We'll show you all you need to know to build a pretty decent gaming kit. This thing, it runs emulators, so things like PlayStation, Super NES, old school arcade games like Pac-Man and Dig Dug and that kind of stuff, and GameCube. If you're a GameCube fan, GameCube's all Crazy Taxi. If you remember playing that will run on that. So get it up running. We'll show you some tips and tricks. We'll show you how to do the screen art. We'll do all of that stuff. What's the first project we should take on? That's the question. What's the first project you think we should take on? Throw those comments in the notes below. I'm Jim with Cyber-Recon. Always happy to see you guys this morning. Happy to get going. Happy to be on with the crew. Hopefully, if you're watching live, thank you for getting up and watching early. Maybe you're getting ready for work already. If you're watching later in the day, still love to see your comments, although they can't be live on the screen. Throw them in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. What projects do you think we should do? And they don't have to be security related. Some of the stuff we're doing is related to just general IT. So we need to pick up some of that general IT track, because I know some people are coming into the security field new, and maybe they don't have the extensive IT background. So we'll try to fill some of that in. We'll keep pushing the security stuff forward. We're here to take care of you guys. We're here. This is one team, one crew. We're all going to move ourselves forward. Set up from the router out. Paul, from the router out or router in. So you're talking about from the router back into the organization, um, or from the router more towards the internet side, I guess the question. Say what you got to say about that one. I can see, I definitely can go from the cable provider router back in, secure that network, get that one tightened up. That's been a big, I think that's probably going to be the first one we tackle, unless I hear something from you guys today. We're probably going first on securing your home network, starting with the router, moving back into the environment. Get that, morning, Alex. Throw Alex comment on the screen. So just to make sure I'm understanding both Alex and Paul. We'll start with, this is what I'm planning, first project. We're going to start with the cable provided router, access point, firewall, unified device that we get from the cable company. We're going to secure that, and then we're going to take it up a step at a time. We'll add a normal Wi-Fi access point that you get at like Best Buy or Amazon or something like that. Decent company-sized one, small business home office one. We'll secure the printers. We'll secure the workstations. We'll go around checking, do you know how to make sure your Alexa, your Nest, your Arlo cameras, the big consumer Internet of Things, get those secured. Then we'll move up to an enterprise class. Low level, let's say we'll spend less than $1,000 on a system that will take your organization to that first level of enterprise class, and then go from there. I think that would be we wouldn't want to go beyond, say, about $1,000. It's about what a small business can afford, and it will increase things like your throughput. It'll increase your security, obviously. You need a little bit of coffee. Oh, and I gotta know, is it Denise or Denice? You gotta tell me, because I always feel like I'm saying her name wrong. The cyber tools like Nmap, Nessus, Splunk, excellent idea. That's an excellent idea, and that's actually on. A lot of those are on our Security Plus track, believe it or not. Security Plus has got really, really good as far as what it's covering now. Security Plus is, I would say, a lot of people don't like IT fundamentals. D-Nice, great. That's what I thought, but I feel bad if I was, saying it wrong. Alex, installation and securing of the router, port forward, remote access. Perfect. That answers it exactly right. Excuse me. I knew that was coming, but thought I'd cut it off with coffee. Yeah, great idea. So all of that can be brought up. We'll just start at the very, very beginning with just we'll reset the factory router, how to access computer remotely with Windows 10, built-in RDP, and the dangers. We've got to cover our dangers of RDP as well, and with only Windows Home. Windows Home, definitely, Alex is kind of alluding to something. Windows Home is definitely a lot harder to manage and maintain than Windows Pro. Just because a lot of the features are just cut out of the home version. If my personal opinion, if you're buying a new system, always get the Pro version of Windows instead of the home version. I know it's a little more expensive, but you definitely get a lot more features built into Windows Pro than you're going to get built into the Windows Home. If you're going to manage things yourself. If you're just running the computer, just run a computer. I guess Home will work fine. Great ideas. That's why I love hearing you guys. This is a collaborative. We're going to keep this thing moving forward. Cover the things you think you want to know. Well, I think the things you want to know. They shouldn't be the things you want to know, and make the world more secure. Let's secure computers one at a time. Let's get this thing where it needs to go. And it's great to see you guys here this morning. It really is. I think just every day gets a little better when you can share it with folks with a common vision every morning. So I guess I'm going to wrap up. We got that's it. Any other comments, ideas? Let me know. You throw them on the screen or throw them in the comments below. We've got some we got some decent projects. We got decent projects in security, and then we got some fun projects as well. I think building this Raspberry Pi is going to be fun. It's going to give you that retro gaming, get you back to SNES, back to Pac-Man or Donkey Kong, on a little something you can carry around with you. The MAME machine's going to be fun. You'd be surprised. I picked up an old HP desktop for the MAME project. It's like a 3.2 gigahertz quad core, 8 gigs of RAM, like $130. Incredible for a project like that. So really, we're going to be. I've got the gaming cabinet from an old set of projects I've got. I've got an old monitor that's going to go into it. The only thing we're going to have to buy is that computer that we already got and the button kits. I'll walk you through everything we're doing, how we're doing it, and if you want to build an old school gaming cabinet with MAME, which I think is an awesome way to go about it because you can do so much with that. We'll build the Pi Arcade, which we can it's more portable. You can carry that one around. Definitely the first one on the box for the security side is router back. I'm gonna say router in, you guys. That's the way I'm gonna say it. We're gonna start with the router, and I'm old school. We're not gonna be really zero trust, but we're gonna get as close as we can to zero trust in a small office, home office. That means we don't necessarily trust everything on the network because there can be people inside your environment, even inside your home environment, that you shouldn't trust, right? And it's not malicious. Usually, it's your son or daughter or spouse that is clicking on a link or is going to a website they shouldn't be going to, or downloading. When my kids were coming up, it was downloading music from bad sites, and that's pretty much gone away with things like Pandora and things like that. I think a lot of people got away from downloading those music from music sites, but I think they're downloading movies now. I think that's the big thing. So redoing, we'll start with the router, work our way back inside, and Alex, always loved it there, Alex. Mother-in-law and mistresses, yeah, you got to keep them off your network, anyways, right? Got to keep them off your both cases. So, great to see you guys this morning. Be back tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. We'll talk about the news of the day. We'll run that off the top and then we'll start walking through where we're going. We'll see what you guys are up to, see what you want to talk about, and just know it's Monday. Hopefully the only Monday this week. Some days we have every day is a Monday, but hopefully that's not the case this week. So until tomorrow, I'm Jim with Cyber-Recon. Share it with your friends, like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified when we go live. Love to see you guys up in the morning, up and moving, commenting. That's what keeps us going. This is more of an interaction than just me talking about the 3 or 4 news events of the day. I'd like to hear more about what you guys got going on. And like D Nice always says, when you want something, you got to ask for it, right? Alex, you are reading my mind. Trivia Wednesday. My trivia. Where the heck did my trivia go? Oh, there it is. Trivia down there. Trivia Wednesday. Alex, great point. I almost, lost my mind. Trivia night is Wednesday night. If you go to the webpage, it'll be updated a little bit later today. You can download the PDF with the information. Make sure you know that we go both YouTube Live and Socrative. YouTube Live is for the live stream of information about the questions and pictures. And if there's this week, we're going to do videos again. Back on videos. You'll need to be there to get the good stream, and then you'll want to have Socrative to be able to answer the question. If you don't have Socrative, you won't be able to answer the questions. It doesn't cost anything to play. We don't gather any personal information. The only people that might gather personal information is if you get the Socrative app, which is a great app. You'll have to read their whole licensing because I don't know what information they collect, and that's not any site we run. We use the tool because it's a great tool for answering the questions. 7 o'clock Wednesday night, we'll start the live stream about 15 minutes early so you can get on, test everything out, make sure that things are working. We'll have the countdown. The first couple minutes we'll be talking about what's going on with Trivia Night, and then after that we'll kick it off. It's gonna be we might push it to 50 questions this time. We've been doing 40. It's been a great time. grab your beverage of choice and join us for Wednesday night trivia night. And that's it. I'm glad you brought that up because I had my button ready to go, and Alex reminded me, kept me straight on what I need to talk about. So that being said, I'm Jim with Cyber-Recon. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, hit the bell, and of course comment below what you'd like to see, what's good, what's bad, where the direction's going. And that being said, I'm going to let you guys go out and enjoy your Monday, and we'll see you next time. See you tomorrow morning.